Hey everybody, Kylie from Furology. I wanted to do a quick video today to talk about why your groomer would cut your dog's coat really short when you probably didn't want that to happen. So it's a bit of a surprise for you when you bring this big hairy dog in, and when they come out their coats are all shaved off and gone, and which leads to a lot of disappointment for a lot of pet owners. So I thought I'd make a quick video to help sort of explain why that happens and how to prevent it. So this is Stevie, and she's a Groodle. She's a bit nervous. She doesn't come very often for a groom, so I've groomed her once before, about a year ago, and I did have to shave her whole coat off, which her owners were a little bit upset about, but we did talk about why that had to happen, and here she is again, all hairy and matted again. So I've just had a chat with Dad, and Dad sort of said, yeah, we're going to bring her in for regular grooming now, to prevent that from happening again. So when we clip the dog's coat, we use either a blade on our clippers, and this just goes through pretty much anything that's super short. It's 3.2 millimeters. It goes underneath the matting. That way it goes underneath the matting and across the skin, and it just takes everything off without a worry. When we want to do a long clip, we use an attachment like this, and it's a comb, and it goes through the hair, and it cuts the hair at this length up here. So it comes through like that, and the actual blade sits in here, and so the length of the hair is this long. If we can't get that through the dog's coat, we can't use it because it just gets stuck in the knots and the mats, and it's painful for the dog, and it won't work. No matter what you do, you'll be there all day, and there's nothing you can do. So most groomers probably will say to have a look at the dog. Sometimes you can just look at the dog and say that's not going to happen, but if you can't get your comb through your dog's coat, it can't be clipped with a comb attachment. So I'll show you Stevie here. Let me have a look. It's around. Okay, so this is Stevie's coat. And that is a typical Groodle look, all shaggy and scruffy. That's what we love about them. Now, if we have a look here, I've started a haircut, nice and short, but you can see already that this hair is totally matted all the way through. So you can see all these little knots here. So there's no hope of getting a comb through this, not at all. The best thing to do for Stevie is to take my clipper blade and go underneath of it all and just get it all off. So having a look here, that's my comb attachment. If I tried to get that into the hair, it doesn't even start to go in, not even a little bit, not even with, pushing or anything like that. So there's absolutely no hope of getting a long clip on a dog like this. Whereas if I use my 7F, nice and short, you ready, Stevie? That's just going to go straight underneath. And it's still a struggle, don't get me wrong. It's not just going to plow through and take everything off. There are shorter blades that I could be using. But as you can see, it goes underneath those mats and takes them off without causing any discomfort to the dog. Some people will ask for the dog to be brushed out and dematted. I don't know any groomers that provide that service for a dog that's knotted and matted like this. I personally wouldn't do it because it's painful. If you want your dog to have a long clip, brush your dog every single day. Get a few different tools. You'll need something like this. Hang on, I might turn the camera around. So if you do want to maintain a long coat, and I've got plenty that do, and they do a great job of it, you need something like this, which is a tangle teaser, and it goes through quite easily on a lot of coats on the top of the coat. And then you need something like this comb. It's got a wider tooth and a smaller tooth, and what you need to do with that is you need to go all the way down into the dog's skin, right down to the skin, and brush through. And as you can see with Stevie, I can't get anything through that. But if I kept at it and brushed her every day, she'd be your big floof ball and nice and tidy, and you'd be able to maintain that long clip. So that's my quick video on why we shave your dogs down, and I hope there's not too many people that are disappointed when they pick their doggies up and they've got no hair on them. But it just is what it is. It's the nicest thing for the dog to get it all off in one quick go, have them all nice and healthy, get their skin nice and clean, and start again. It grows back. When it does grow back, book in for regular appointments with your groomer every 4 weeks. Brush them every day or at least 2 to 3 times a week. Make sure that you're going through and doing a really big brush out to get rid of all of the knots and mats. So I always say when there's noodly hair like this, it's because it's all starting to clump together, and that's the beginning of those knots and mats. You want it to be all nice and fluffy like this, all right, where there's no hairs stuck together, no knots starting to form. That's the way that they need to be if you want to have them nice and long. And if you feel any knots and things like this, you know, big lumps, that's painful for your doggy, so you want to get that off. All right. Yeah, if you've got any other questions or any videos I can make to explain anything for you, let me know. Otherwise, Stevie and I are going to go have a nice haircut, aren't we? Yeah. And we'll see you guys another time. Bye.